This is the first live stream in forever. I'm probably gonna have a little bit more time to do live streams or just practice this in general within the next week. But here I'm on F1 2025 racing in the Formula 2 car, and I'm really just trying to practice because I always race with at least medium anti-lock assist on or full, but then I have the rest of my settings off most of the time. So when I say all assists off, today the first thing is the fact that I don't have anti-lock braking on, and I'm really struggling with it. I've been doing real good this just last lap, so we're gonna see how that goes. As you can see that, but I'm just practicing my anti-lock braking. Okay, that is not. I'm just practicing not to lock up my brakes whilst just doing laps, which doing that while battling other people is going to be a whole nother story. So that's why I'm here doing it in a story mode before I go online and practice it there. But plan is to do a full F2 season and then full F1 season to practice not lock. So I am running this without any setups on. So it's basically, I'm not going to have any downforce advantages for set tracks or anything, any advantages. They're just going to come how the car came, how it's already set up, the default setup. The only thing I will be changing for this at the moment is the brake biases. Yeah, today's also, ooh, there I go. Locked up the right there, Ted. But today's my first time racing F2 and like an actual F2 race in like a month almost. I've done qualifyings here and there because I was just doing time trials, but not actual races. And I also had the anti-lock on. Oh shit. One thing I also need to do, since I'm so focused on not locking up my brakes, I'm messing up my shifts within what gear I need to be in and what corner is what I mean. So that corner that led to that long straight right there, that one I did first gear, the last one, and that was a mistake. I should have been in second, and I'm just struggling to be able to focus on not locking my brakes and being competitive at the same time, which is what we're going to be working on here. As you see, a lot of work needs to be done, but the improvements are crazy so far. First lap I did earlier before the live stream on this track with better tires, fresh tires, oh I screwed that, was a 153 I think. Like I did really bad. I was locking up heavy, and now I'm about 10 seconds faster at the moment for my fastest. So that's a real good sign right there. And since I'm trying not to lock my brakes, gotta relearn the limits, how hard I can push. Mainly under braking, of course. This was the corner I was struggling on before because it's a turn and brake at the same time, which I was just locking heavy. But I moved my brake bias to 56. It was at 60. That's definitely helped some because I was front locking a lot and understeering. So far 56 feels pretty good. Maybe I was making excuses here, but I was trying to chip down to second to get a tad bit more rotation, which I know that's not ideally what we should be doing. Hesitated there. 140 on the dot, or 144. But I do intend on going to qualifying or something after the race, and since I had put so many laps on this track, I'll feel a lot more comfortable with it, and I'm going to try to go for my fastest lap with anti-lock assist on, and then I'm going to do the same with it off, and see if I can try to get the times within a tenth or two. That's the goal, because I know I can pull some pretty quick lap times with it on. Just gotta hope I can manage it or even do better with it off. Oh yeah, that was a struggle. And I have the AI set to 90. I don't know if that's where I'll be competitive with them, or it'll be too easy. I'm not entirely sure yet, just since I'm not too knowledge on the not locking up so far. I'm gonna find out once we do qualifying and I see where I stand. Say I push a lap really fucking hard, did my absolute best, and I'm dead last, far from even 19th, then yeah, I'm gonna change some of it, try to practice my way up, but time will tell.
Okay, test complete,
so
and that was
test
a really good job
completed
indeed.
that. I managed to stay in green for all those laps, which I'm pretty happy about. But I'm definitely feeling a lot more comfortable with not locking up now. Obviously, I'm still locking up here and there. I'm still learning it, but I feel like I'm a tad bit more in control than I was even 5 laps ago. Ooh, there's a lockup at a bad time. Yeah, I figured I should go to F2 because obviously this is where things will be a tad bit easier. Just because lower speeds, you have more time, and I'll be going through the corner for longer than I would in F1, so I have to really work the brakes, and gives me more time to practice basically. So like, you know your racing line and you know your trail braking pretty good, you can pull fast lap times in F1 pretty consistently. But if you go to GT2 car or GT3s or GT4s, that's when you start noticing like a huge gap of skill level there, because you're in the corner for longer, so you're having to use multiple techniques each corner more consistently. So it really divides who knows what in those situations. Besides that braking was real good for me because I had somebody ahead of me that I was kind of nervous I was gonna rear end. So that works well that he was there, and I pretty much did. I didn't nail it, but for the past few laps, I'm gonna consider that a nail. A little rear lock right there. Yeah, with my brake bias at 56, I'm definitely locking in the rears more. But I'd rather the rear lock just a slight bit more than the front lock. I'm gonna have to pit right here, but using this as a tad bit of a moment to practice racing next to somebody or nearby somebody whilst having to not lock up my brakes. Ooh, had to let off there. Ah, smack the cone. This is a corner I've been struggling on to put a lot of output on and not lock up. Oh, I ran. Yeah, the only things that I really am going to have assist staying on for this season is DRS. That will stay on. I normally have ERS off, but don't have ERS in F2. And then also have pit lane assist on. Just so I could focus on a few things at once, and then maybe down the road practice it. The only reason I like having pit lane assist off is because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're in a video game, and everybody's going to be using every advantage to get that extra tenth or a few seconds on you. So, if I'm in an online game, and I have to break down all the way to, I don't know the exact how many kilometers it is, but to the pit lane speed, and do that whilst other people are just full 200 miles an hour straight into the pit lane and they stop on a dime because they're using the assist, it makes me lose half second to a second right there just because I had to slow down and they didn't. That's the only reason I would like to keep it off. Obviously, it would be more of an advantage, or con, or pro, be more of a pro to do it whilst on the race that I'm doing now, just because I don't believe the AI are going to be flying in there. But I'm going to give it a few more laps because there is a sprint race. The thing that I hate about F2 and their sprint races, look at that, it's only 10 laps shy of the actual race. But at Formula 1, there's not a 10 lap difference there. It's normally 30, maybe even 40 sometimes. So that's one thing, because I feel like I'm just doing more than half of the race already. Or I am, not feel like. Yeah, if you see, these are my tires at the moment. As you can tell, I have been locking up my fronts a whole lot more. Front and left has been taking the hardship of it. So I'm curious how I'm going to be able to put strategy into the actual race itself because of me misusing my tires whilst I'm still learning. That was really bad. Am I Crawford? Yeah, I'm Crawford. I forgot. So right now, ooh. Not paying attention. But right now I'm sitting in second place. I don't think I'm going to improve due to how the shape of my tires at the moment. But there's always a chance. And also, I was trying to get as good and consistent as possible before the actual race. Trying to like just see where my standings are. So can go into it with a little bit of confidence. know where I'll be standing. I have a cat on my lap for this lap now. Yeah, struggling with these tires. I feel like that's gonna be my hardest thing to learn throughout this season, is managing my tires due to lockups. And also not overshooting braking zones because trying not to lock up. That's been like my biggest mishap so far. There we go. Jeez. Lockup Central. But yeah, a big reason I want to learn to race with anti-lock off is because you're faster with it off, as if you can use it correctly. People with the fastest lap times, they're using all those assists off. So I want to be able to do that myself. So practice is almost over. So I've been going at this for a while. It was about a 45 minute, 50. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head, but it was definitely a decently sized practice. I was spending most of it just trying to learn to not lock my brakes. Yeah, struggling. I'm struggling to go fast and keep it in the track with how this front left is for sure. I'm just fucking about now.
Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing.
We're gonna go to the
Suggest
pits
we
and
box
start
to
this
change it.
qualifying for the sprint. Is that my teammate? I don't know who's Crawford's teammate is. Oh yeah, that wing's fucked. Oh my gosh, the lockups.
Your lap times are falling off now. We want you to pit for repairs. Box, box, box.
Alright, yeah, we're getting jumped down some positions nearing the end of this practice here in P4 now. I do believe I can improve, absolutely. So during this qualifying, gonna have to hope we can keep things together, keep the brakes from locking up, and send a pretty decent lap. Coming into it, I'm not expecting to win races. Honestly, I'm expecting to be fighting for top 15 to top 10, like midfield to back end or end field. I don't really have the most high expectations, so we'll see. We'll
We've
see.
had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
let's move to the qualifying for the sprint, which I believe at
The
F2,
practice times are on the board then. No points on offer just yet. We'll be back.
it's just your race position during the full format race. That is your finish position in the the sprint race. If you start first in the sprint race but you end 10th, you're going to start 10th in the actual race, which puts a whole lot of pressure on you during the sprint because you have to place good to have a good placement in the race. Alright, first time racing softs with having to not lock, our brakes. So I am going to do a drive out so I can get one lap of just kind of cruising around before I send my full quali, because soft tires, they're going to degrade a whole lot faster when I lock up. So I got to really nurse these things and try to pull a decent lap. I think I'm coming down with a sickness right now, which is really unfortunate, because well, it's not, if I'm going to be honest, this is the best timing in my day-to-day life for this to happen, but it's still unfortunate. I woke up, sinuses crazy, nose is stuffed, throat sore as hell, but I'm just curious how it's going to play out, because for me, when I get sick, I get like this weird feeling on my back, or on my skin in general, but it normally starts on my back. I'm not sure if any of you can relate. It feels weird, like little needles or something, but not painful. But that's how I know I'm getting sick. So, oh shoot. I want these guys to go ahead, but they wanna, oh, my fault, I just started in front of him. Every time I have full throttle, they move out the way. But yeah, I'm hoping I don't feel like crap too much, because if I can at least race throughout this next week, we can do some streaming and a lot of practice. I'm trying to create some heat in these, getting some decent heat. Now to send our qualifying lap. We gotta try to nail this. That was rough. At least we're able to get some rotation in the car. Extra rotation from downshifting. That was pretty solid. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing I'm not carrying my speed as much. I'm too focused on these brakes. .147 or .7 is the time to beat. I got a 141.357. So I'm just gonna send it and go for the next lap as well. Hopefully we don't get disturbed here on this. went a little deeper than we wanted and didn't carry the speed again. But we are in the positive. I don't know why I just shifted so early. That's gonna damper some of the time, but I know I locked it there and that wasn't the best, but pretty happy with it due to the fact that when I've gone a little bit too heavy in there and I was like, oh shoot, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to brake in time or get off the scrub off the speed, so I'll be at least staying on the track. That time I felt that, but I managed to keep it on and did pretty decent with that, so I'm pretty happy with it. Carried a little bit more speed through there. Didn't do it that well though. Almost sent her too wide there. Lost so much time, wow. So much time. Okay, that improved us from 7th to 6th, so let's see if we could try to get under that 1-4. Should not turn in that hard. Oh, that's rough. Damn it. Screwed that one. Fuck, my back button on my steering wheel's starting to not work anymore. I really hope it's like a fixable thing at home, because they don't sell this wheel anymore. But yeah, you can tell, yeah, I'm overusing the front left the most. That's what I'm locking up. I'm gonna turn the garage, make it quicker. Okay, so I cannot swap to another tire. That really makes it tough. So I don't think I'm gonna improve more. Or if I do, not by much. That puts me even further back now, does it? Wow, yeah. I'm probably gonna be sitting damn near last here. So yeah, I guessed about the time or the track position I'll be sitting on. Let's see, even with our tires being a little bit more worn, if we could try to gain a little bit of time. I think we should be able to gain hopefully a 10th or 2 even with these tires. But gonna have to find out one way. What I'm curious is how I'm gonna handle managing my tires whilst they're really dead and not locking up and having to go another 5-6 laps. heavy lock. Yeah, there goes. There he goes. I'm just gonna cruise this lap and try to send it harder on the next lap. So I have enough fuel for 8 laps. I know that's definitely dampering me, and I don't know why they have it so that I have fuel for 8 laps. Because I do not want that much fuel. That's going to slow me down heavy. Alright, well, we're going to go full force here. Coming into the final corner. Birdie locking up there. Lost time, but it was better than our fastest lap because we struggled on our fast lap on the end there. So, let's try to. Yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with that time that I got, so maybe tires are too worn. I'm just not accepting it. I downshifted, but nothing happened there. Yeah, these tires are too worn. There's no way I'm gonna pull that lap time. So my lap time's gonna stick for the rest of the race because I don't have another set of tires.
Okay, we've dropped into P14 now.
I'm just practicing at the moment. I know I'm not going to be improving, so might as well see where I can keep myself and just practice not locking up them brakes too much. Gosh. Oh. Alright, after this lap, I'm going to come in and start the race. Even though qualifying still far from over, I know I'm not going to be improving with my odds at the moment.
We've dropped to P15.
Somehow I'm in a positive delta. Not no more, but oh, I still am. What the hell? Yeah, screwed. With how my tires are. Not my tires. A little bit, I'm losing traction quickly for some reason. I feel like maybe it's just a me thing and something I need to work on. But tires, 20% in the rears, I start sliding a tad bit more. It's probably something I just need to let off the throttle a tad bit. But on F1, my tires could be at 30% and I'm damn near full sending it still without wheel spin. So I'm not sure if I just need to really change my driving style with F2s more than I think I have to, or what's really going on there. Ow, I'm fucking dumb. Overreacted to the smallest amount of oversteer, and it was in the middle of a shift, so it wouldn't have done anything. Alright. Let's get this sprint race in. We're gonna pretty much be doing damn near 2 full length races, which sucks. But
it's time to leave for now, but
it
we'll
is
be
what
back
it is.
tomorrow
Let's see where we
when the
stand. I'm
feature
thinking,
race
is it still
gets
15th?
underway.
No, it brought me down to 16th place. So I did about where I said I was fighting for top 15 to top 10 at the end of the race, starting in 16th. So that's looking to be about how it's going to be. But that's if I can manage and have a good racecraft during the race, which I'm normally better during races than I am for fast laps. But
Okay,
with
here we go. I know
having
what
to
you
not
can
luck
do.
up every
Don't
single
let me
one, let's
down.
find out. 23 laps on the soft. If we have to do anything related to how that qualifying was, then I have no clue how I'm going to do this. I just pressed my ERS button. Okay, we're making some good positions right here. Ooh, the first lockup. Contact of Antonelli. A little bit of wheel there. Oh, we were going 3 wide on that, which is not good. That was close to contact. Had to shift down to first there to try to get the car to stop. That's not good to have on the first lap. There's a lockup. That first lap was pretty damn good though. First one with anti-lock off was blinking. I'm gonna take that. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I was too focused on seeing if I can maybe go for something to then not locking up there. If you watched my braking, I just kept it at the same level. It was bad. Gosh damn, dude. I'm gonna have to turn penalties off for this fucking season. Just so I can survive. Oh. Yeah, that was a real bad lockup right there.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
This definitely is not easy for me. Struggling. I need to work on getting on the gas sooner because I'm too focused on my brakes. I'm not putting two and two together. Yeah.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
I think I might end this race already and go turn off penalties because with the still practicing not locking up, penalties are going to be a huge struggle for me. I feel bad doing this. I always say you should never restart your race just because you had a mishap or something happened that you weren't happy with. And that's why I don't have replay on or rewind, so I don't give myself an advantage by, hey, I made a mistake, let me just go back and redo it and not make the mistake. But in this scenario, practicing, I'm not going to fucking place anything good if I keep getting penalties because I'm still working on my locking up. So let's come in here. It might be too late. It genuinely might be too late because it's technically started the sprint race. But I think it is too late. If it is too late, I'll rough it out, race this round. I mean, honestly, I might not. I'm going to say screw it. I might just start a whole new season because this is the first one. We'll redo the qualifying and then go on with it.
Okay, here we go. I know.
So yeah, it's not letting us go there. Let's go to weaken structure. Yeah, it's too late for that. Rules. Yep, too late. Gosh. Yeah, I'm not too happy with that. Well, it's going to be a little bit longer until the race. I do think I'm going to cut out all the sprint races anyways because I thought it was going to be similar to F1, but I forgot with F2. Sprint races are damn near the race length for F2. So, anyways, hey, this is all going to work out in the end. I'm going to be able to change that, and this will be a better overall season. So, let's delete this one. And I did not mean to press X there. So we are going into my personal season. Let's get out of here. That's one I just started the other day. And I think I did like 6 races or something so far. Start in F2, full season, custom settings with the assists to, where's anti-lock? Yep, those are all off. So you guys, yeah, you can look at my assists, see exactly what I'm running and where I'm trying to practice on. And then, weather, time of day, yeah, we'll just keep that perfect. Simulation settings, we will do no rewinds, holy, gotta learn to speak. Surface type, realistic, race starts manual, surface carcass, pit lane, yeah. And then car damage, I'm gonna have that as standard, and so as car damage rate. Collisions on, of course. Career settings, so we're gonna do R&D management. I have that automated because I'm trying to race, I'm not trying to fucking strategize. That kind of stuff. In F1 it's harder, F2 it's a little easier, but still. And then keep these default. Fault frequencies, standard, and fault types, standard, just to keep it realistic as possible. With rules, this is what we need to change. So rules on flags, regular, pit stop experience, immersive. That's all Pretty standard. Difficulties at 90. Weakened structure, so we're going to do single, which one thing that I do dislike about F2 that you can't do in F2 that you could do in F1 is the 3 practices. It's so much more enjoyable with 3 practices. Well, actually, okay, I was thinking maybe I was just wrong because I had it on short. Well, no. So it was only the single session. For qualifying, we'll do full, and race feature only. But I have to remember where to go find. I would think it would be up here or rules and flags. So if you get the penalties. Oh, it's because I didn't have this stuff on, so I couldn't. I didn't have the full race, so I couldn't see this. With safety car, standard, yeah, same. Immersive car experience. Yeah, that'll be same. Formation lap. I'm gonna leave that one off. Red flag, standard, yeah. How do I change the... What? Did I just entirely miss it? Collisions, car damage. Because I changed it before I went into this, where you can change how long, or the strength on penalties. But none of that's shown. Weaken structure. Forecast. Driver moves on. Now we do driver moves off. Default. Standard. Corner cutting strict. I've fully missed it. It's on regular. We were on strict. I'm just going to keep it on regular. So it's nothing crazy. So I can just practice at the moment. So I'm going to do official drivers and race as Jack Crawford. Pretty sure my last F2 season I raced as Alex Dune, if I'm correct. He's pretty quick. I haven't been keeping up with the F2 season this year. I should have. I think the last F2 was whatever the race was after Monaco, or it was Monaco that I finished or stopped watching F2 on. Kind of just focused on F1. But F2 had been such a good season this year. I don't know why I stopped watching. There's been a lot that's been happening, but I'm gonna go real fast. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna do that full thing. I'm gonna go out, send a few laps, go straight to qualifying, so I'm not giving myself a little bit too much more of an advantage, and get into that race. Put us back to where we were. Just because I'm out of the racing mindset at the moment. There we go. That's why I wanted to at least get a lap or two in on practice. Like I said, I'm not in the racing mindset fully just because I was changing everything settings-wise. So I gotta re-lock in. Little wheel spin there. Going from the softs to the hards, whilst trying not to lock up, is definitely difficult. There. First lap 146.9. Now we're gonna do a second lap, and this will be our final lap before we go up to the qualifying. Definitely not pushing as hard as I could be right there. That was rough. I was locking up through that whole corner. Alright, a 142.755. Which I was pulling a 140, locking up hard there. 141, low 141s, whilst I was on the softs. And this was 2 laps, so we are going to go to the qualifying. But as you can see now, we do not have that sprint race, which will be so much more convenient. And
that concludes a really intriguing practice session.
I'd like
Let's
that
hope for
better.
more excitement as the
At
weekend
least
continues.
when the qualifying is not going to be that damn long. So sitting with that time, this time it put me at the top of the timing charts. I was in P1 by the end. I don't know if it, I'm pretty sure it would, the end of the timing charts, if you stop early, it still shows what it would have been. So I'm taking that, hoping that I can correlate some of that into the qualifying. So I am going to try and hopefully start posting to TikTok just a tad bit, just some racing stuff. But if it just comes down to certain overtakes or just anything really, just to try to get some more followers so that I can live stream. And I will hopefully live stream this on TikTok, and I would use, hopefully, I would get a PlayStation camera at the time. And I don't know if you could do TikTok, that would probably have to be on my phone, but I could stream through YouTube through a PlayStation camera, because I have a PS5 is what I'm streaming on, and then I would place that to where you guys could see my wheel and or me. And I think that would be better for the experience of the stream. And you could see the footwork, everything that's going on. But hoping I could do that. I'm gonna sell the current camera that I have, because I bought a camera and it's not fucking compatible. Should have done a little bit more research of that. It was compatible on the PS4, but not the PS5. But I live and learn. probably get the PS5 one now. So first lap here in qualifying of the Bahrain race in F2, first race of the season with no lockup, or with anti-lock off. We're going to see what we can pull. Very hesitant on the gas there, more than I should have been. Going way too deep on that corner. Somehow that
Okay,
counted.
we've been pushed down to P12.
That was really bad. Managed to pull a purple sector there. Granted, we are at the start of the qualifying though. That was rough. Last corner, but hopefully we can improve. Bam, and we improved from our prior qualifying. So I'm happy with that. See if we can make another lap. That's better because the tires are going to fall off quick on these. Lost a lot of time through that corner. Damn near half the time we had up. Ooh. Trying to push the limits there and stay in bounds. A little close. And we fucked it up. Oh, we didn't improve. There's no way we even improved. Just barely by a tenth. That's rough. Alright, our tires are still decent, so I'm going to take this next one real... I lock up. Next one real slow, try to waste some gas, and get the car a little lighter for the next lap. Hopefully I can still improve. Because there's room to improve. I was up 3/10, lost some to that last corner, or multiple different corners. Is that Miney? Oh no, Bordello. Miney's not even on a team with the... Yeah, Miney's on a team with the yellow car. I don't even remember all the teams' names yet. Excuse me. should have pushed it a corner before. I wasn't thinking. But now we're gonna go for this qualifying again. I gotta turn in way sooner there. Yeah, I lost a lot of time, but 1:39.8 is the time to beat at the moment. Definitely won't be improving that much, but took too much curb there. Lost momentum. Ow. Lost a lot of time right there. Not looking too good. Let's hope I lost more than 2/10 on this last corner and I can improve. Shoot. Try third gear, see how that works. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, holy shit, I lost more than 2/10. I gained 2/10 on that last. That was a purple sector as well. Absolutely good. I'll take that. So last race we were starting what? 16th into the race. Let's see what we start now. Granted, the one before was to a sprint. This one's to a race. So I don't know if it's gonna play out any different since we are racing with AI.
With qualifying complete, all that
Wow.
remains is the main event. We'll be live and
Wow.
uninterrupted for the feature race tomorrow. Make sure you
Now
join
that
us
we're
there.
kind of locking in and not locking up, we're up in 6th place starting for this race. That's phenomenal. Let's hope we can stay with a consistent pace. If I can fight to stay in the top 10 here, I'm happy with that. And if I had any of a kind of launch that I did in the
Right,
last
I know
one,
you're hot in the...
we'll be good. Okay, I did not have a good launch there. Ooh. Okay, that was really rough. That was absolutely my fault. I had to get out of the guy's way because I was going to rear end him or lock up and rear end him, and I did something worse. I do got to be a little bit more careful because I'm on hard, so I don't have as much leeway. Oh my gosh, that's my fault. I was expecting a lot more speed through there. Struggling right at racing against other people, finding their braking points already, which is not good. Which this is crazy. I've gained 2 positions, and now I'm going to be in a position to fight for 3rd and maybe even 2nd. This is a 3-way fight for 2nd, pretty much. I just got to be able to hit my braking points with them there. A little bit of oversteer. We have to manage our tires. That's the most important thing. It's okay to lose a few positions if we can manage our tires and practice that. Oh, botch that braking point. Letting the guy behind us catch up because of that. Granted, this fight ahead isn't helping too much. I gotta fix that line through there. I really wanted to make the dive there, but this is one of my weak corners. With getting the car to stop in time.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm feeling that understeer alright. Heavy lockup right there. That was awful. That was so bad. Huge moment in the race right there.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Oh. Somehow got the position, but crazy bad braking there. Went way too deep. The pressure's definitely on. I'm not handling it well. I know I'm faster than these two ahead if I can not lock up. So I should be able to catch back up. I just gotta... Fuck! I'm locking up heavy, dude. Somehow that was a purple sector. That was real bad. Yeah, I'm definitely struggling to catch up
So
to
we're leading our
Colapinto.
teammate by 10.0 seconds.
Oh, he's dive bombing. Fuck, man. I'm having a little bit too many moments under braking and on the acceleration. Okay. Ignore that cone. Alright, we're catching up here. Just can't let the pressure get to me. And I have to try to perform. might make a move here on Miney. I don't know if he's close enough. Looks like it. And he's defending. Oh, I dug wide.
Okay, no issues with tyre
Got good on the acceleration, and we made the position. Let's go. We're up in P3. This is not something I was thinking could be done by me. Ooh! Alright, we need to lock in before we keep talking. I did not think I was going to even be in this spot whilst practicing not locking up my brakes. So I'm definitely struggling to do that now. Now they got the pressure of wanting to overtake Miney and also keeping Bortoleto behind. Well, I mean Colapinto. Bortoleto's gone. Yeah, 30 is definitely the gear to sit on that corner. I should be able to go for a move here. See if he defends. Act like I'm going on the inside. Cut to the right. Beautiful overtake right there. Let's go. And we got the DRS. That's what we want to see. Didn't lock up. Kept it going. Kept it clean. It's perfect. Heavy locks there. Now we gotta see if I can pull the gap away, which looks like I'm already doing, so that's really good. P2. Would have never thought. Now we gotta see if we can catch Bortoleto, which we have the laps to do it, but do we have the pace? Can we keep our tires alive and firing long enough? I do believe it's lap 16. We'll be swapping over to softs. But, oh, too much speed.
There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Okay, copy that.
Our race is over. No way! No way! That's really how it goes, doesn't it? I got my hopes up, man. I got my hopes up, and that's what screwed me over. Now we're back in last place due to stupid rookie mistake, getting on the gas a little too hard, and I was too eager,
let's go. Come on.
and instead of letting off the
stop,
slightest
faster than
bit
we were expecting.
until the traction gains, I let off a tad bit and reapplied a tad bit of gas just to see if
Okay,
I was too
stop
quick
to
with
go,
it.
just
I should have
one
been
stop left
slower,
in this
more
strategy.
patient. It messed me up really bad. Now we're looking for a double stop on the softs, which I don't think that was necessarily the right choice, but we'll see. Now the goal is to finish better than last. That's literally all that it is. That is so unfortunate.
Okay, this isn't our true position. They haven't yet pitted and they're on a one-stopper, so don't waste time fighting because they should be coming in soon.
So what I got to do now, 26 seconds behind P21. Got to see if I can just make up positions or time so that when they pit, my time's a little bit more relevant to where they'll be at. Because from the looks of it, I'm going to have to pit again because there's no way I'm keeping these softs for till the end of the race. It's not going to happen. At the end of the day, this is practice, so of just trying to not lock up my brakes. So I don't want to leave it and just be all pissed off, because obviously things can still happen. There's been times in the past where I went to last, stuck it out through the race, ended up getting on the podium. So I'm just going to stick it out, see what happens. Now I don't think I'm going to make it on the podium. I'm going to be surprised if I even make it to 15th place, if I'm going to be honest. But still going to give it a shot, see what we can do with the cards that have now been dealt. Gosh, that's so unfortunate. It's gonna haunt me today. When I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna think about this race. Bortoleto currently in P1, pulling fast lap after fast lap, because I'm pretty sure he pulled a fast lap on the last one as well. So he's flying right now. I'll probably get the fast lap here, just because I'm on softs, but yeah, I've gained 4 seconds so far on P21 in the last 2 laps or so. See if we can keep this pace up.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Right, there's the fast lap. I were thinking of that'd be good. Trying first gear there if I can maybe accelerate some time, and I didn't gain anything instantly, but I gained some down this straight. Boring race for a long while, and if I don't catch up at all, it's gonna be even more boring. Oh, heavy lockups through there. Okay, I turned it way too early. Under the 20-second marker for P21 and 20, trying to catch up. Struggled there. See if we can do better on this corner. Ooh. Answer is no.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I'm locking up a little bit too much. Fuck, I have to make this tire last a long time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. If I pit when they pit, then I'm not gonna gain any time. I'm still gonna be racing the full, having to catch up a lot of time in general. So it just comes down to if I can pull the pit strategy a little bit better, or hold my tires longer at a faster pace, because they're going to swap to softs
Okay, Jack.
or
Right,
medium.
we've got some
I'm guessing
clear track in
softs,
front of us,
and
so let's make best use of it and make
they're
the
gonna
next
gain a
lap
lot of time
quick
on
one.
me.
You got this.
that corner and this one up ahead. Oliver Berman's out of the session, so that puts me up a position, just as is, thankfully.
Caution, caution.
Probably had a fault.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Fuck. On the gas a little too early there, lost some time. About a second almost, holy. Cars are getting a little bit louder through there, as in I'm getting a little bit closer. Just almost on the next lap I should be able to see them at the end of the straight when I come around that corner, if I don't mess up too badly. Definitely noticing the tire wear though. These softs degrade quite fast, especially on this kind of a track. There we go, I can see the guy just ahead of me now. Ooh, a little bit of wheel spin there where I went sideways, but caught it. And I can see the pack up ahead. That's my goal. Now, they might be going into the pits before I catch up anyways. Which is good, but at the same time bad. Because now they'll have a fresh set of tires while I'm on old softs and I have to keep them running even longer. So I have to manage and try to race as good as possible to get as much performance as possible out of these tires until lap 22. .7 seconds behind Maloney now.
Seeing a lot of tyre deg now. We've got a new strategy if you want to take a look at it.
They're giving me a new strategy. Yeah, that front left, man, I struggle with it so bad. I don't think I'm going to take it because I am still pulling pretty decent laps. So I'm going to try to ride it out. Granted, there's 7 more laps till then, so tires can change a lot.
Understood. Copy that.
Too focused on getting that off my screen. I fucked up there. There you go. Some of the cars are going into the pit lane, about half the field there. So that's going to bring us up temporarily. We're going to have to try to keep pushing hard while they even have the fresh tires so we can come out of our next pit stop with an advantage. And then we'll have about a 10-lap sprint on fresh softs when they won't. Granted, the guys further up in the field at the moment, it'll be even harder to catch them if I do, just because they are pushing longer. So their soft tires will last them more.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
The guys who went in the pits aren't far behind me, which sucks, and now they're going to be coming in faster. So I got to see if I can at least make something work. I might have to pit with these guys up ahead. Might have to do the at lap 20 pit. Yeah, left tire's done there. So I might pit with these guys or a lap after these guys, which is not ideal at all. And I'm still gaining, that's the thing, but that's with them on old hards.
Okay, one Manuel's coming in for his stop now.
Alright, that puts us in a P2. Obviously we still have to pit, so we will not be holding this. Even if we don't pit, we will still not be holding this due to tires being gone before this race will be over. We'll definitely have a puncture before the race is over if we hold these off. I just gotta pay attention to their times and see if I can hold it off. If not, gotta run to the pits. Franco Colapinto is out of the session. That is a big one because he was up in P2 and I passed him for P3 if I'm correct. Or he was in P3 and I passed him for it. Managing to hold Miney about the same pace behind, which is really good. Okay, now that I spoke too soon. If I can keep this up for another lap or two, that'll be really good.
Gap to your teammate behind, 28.8 seconds.
Fast laps are being made, and the guy who made it is behind me. He gained a second on me within a few corners. Or not the guy. Well, the guy is behind me, but not Manny. Manny? Man. I forgot to say his name. Miney is what they call him. Yeah, I'm gonna pit. Holy shit, my tires are killing me.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Losing a lot of time. My goal is top 15. That's what we're hoping for right now. First or second place. Until I made that mistake. So unfortunate. Yeah, Bortoleto dominated this race as he gets the fast lap.
Bortoletto's just set the fastest lap of the race.
Alright, real fast, take my gloves off, grab a drink of water. We might fall back all the way to last again here.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time.
We're just going to have to fight through
Happy
for
with
the
that
last
one?
10 laps. Or 12, 13.
That was our
Yeah.
last stop. No more
Wow.
scheduled pit stops.
That one
Let's
brought
go.
us back to last, pretty much. Second to last. We are in 18th place. Tires are cold. 2 seconds ahead. Korea? Don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. Oh, that's real bad. It's allowing Maloney to gain on me. Being able to even hit 15th is looking a little bit like it's not even in the picture at the moment. Unless I can figure my shit out, because I'm really struggling. Happy to defend there to keep 18th position. He's going to have DRS here as well. Just happy to watch my mirrors. It's making it hard to... Oh! It's making it real hard to catch O'Sullivan because they are in a DRS train, technically. Not train, but they're just feeding off of each other's DRS, and it's making it so hard to pull ahead. Just gonna have to keep defending from behind, and I'm fucking up. Yeah, I'm really fucking up. This is what I was mentioning when I was in qualifying and practice, how well I was going to be able to handle the not locking at my brakes and staying consistent at the end of the race once I'm more fatigued due to it, and as you can tell, I'm struggling. It's looking like I'm just going to be fighting for 18th this race. Shoot. Bit of a braking issue. Didn't brake as soon as I wanted to, or went deeper than I wanted to, but I'm pretty happy with that, just because an hour ago, if I were to do a move like that, I would have locked up the whole way there. I locked up a tad, but nothing crazy. I feel like they put me onto not fresh softs. They didn't. I think these are my qualifying softs. No fucking wonder. Oh my gosh, that changes everything. No wonder I'm struggling as is, and I have to hold this tires for that long.
Gap to your teammate ahead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna be fighting just to not be last place. Which we're already losing positions due to it. He's gonna get DRS too, isn't he? Yep.
Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, Jack. Tyres are wearing at quite a rate here, mate. Please try and look after them.
Screwed that up. Good side-by-side racing for a little while. This might just be a retire race. Obviously, yeah, I gotta practice, but no positions are gonna be really being made. My tire wear is astronomical. So I can keep that front left under control. I'm gonna be struggling every race.
Yellow flag.
Don't know who just got out the race, but that brings us up to position. Really struggle keeping that clean on that corner under braking. I'm gonna let off the gas for a quarter of a second. Okay.
Great maneuver.
Only reason I did that is because that was a tad bit of a dirty move for sure. I didn't think he was going to brake as hard as he was going to. Doesn't matter much because he should get the position back here again. Going off into the dirty just a little bit. Just trying to keep this position. I am absolutely sweating. That was fucking just I don't even have a word for that. That was rough.
That wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
but
pushing
listen,
way
don't
too much
worry about it. It's a long
tire
way to
wear.
go, so
Fuck
let's
that
just
up.
focus until the end.
Keeping this thing on the track is impossible if I want to go fast. Oh, I saw him dive to the inside last second. Scared the shit out of me. Big moment right there. Pretty good acceleration right there. Take that exit. Gosh, the tires, man. They are gone. That was just stupid right there. I was hoping to get as good of an exit as I could have, which I did do pretty good there, just to keep Villagomez behind under this DRS. Heavy locking right there. Gosh, you can just see how much more grip he has. Gosh, this is rough. Wow, almost 50% tire wear on that front left. He might have an overtaking opportunity here because of that mistake. Looks like he wants to go for it. Bit of a moment. This is the closest he's been in the last couple of laps. Let's see if we can hold him back. Doesn't look like it. He's heavily trying to keep in that DRS range, or slipstream range. Let's see if we can brake better. Oh, in a heavy lockup. There's a collision between me and Villagomez. I'm able to keep him behind. But I messed up. I locked up and went to the side of his car a little bit. Billy Gomez got a much better exit there than he has been in the last few laps. It's very unfortunate for me. Ooh, had some oversteer, could have spun out there. Really messing my speed up through these corners. Billy Gomez is catching up. I'm already having troubles with that corner because I can't run as much speed as they can due to my tire wear. Billy Gomez is for sure going to be able to make the overtake here. I can say that with confidence. 2/4 of a second behind. Gonna be easy for him. He's trying to eye the inside. I'm not going to let it happen. Can I beat him on the brakes again? I can. He's on my inside.
Some tire wear soon, so stay on your toes.
And went side-by-side racing and kept him behind. And I got the DRS for this one, which is very convenient. I'll need every little bit of speed just to keep these two behind, or even just one of them. Scrappy on that corner. Managed to have a better exit though. Real good for me. Just trying not to let him get too much of my slipstream, just so he gets little to no advantage on me, because his tires are a huge advantage. Even though we are here at the back of the pack of the entire race, still eventful, things are still going, and it's enjoyable, so that's good to hear. And this wasn't just a lousy feel like I'm just doing a practice for 30 some laps. Trying to push him. He's wanting to go inside no matter what, because outside's not been working for him. Managed to do what I did on the exact other lap. Keep him on the inside. Held just up ahead. Got the DRS. Although I did fuck that corner up though, so he's gonna gain a huge advantage on me compared to what I just got back from him. Really scrappy through that corner. Just went a tad bit defensive there because he could have dive bombed due to my mistake. I did pretty good on that corner, saving me some time. Not much compared to what Billy Gomez got. He had a better exit. Wide. This is absolutely going to be his time to overtake if it's going to happen. He just got to hope he can brake later than I can. Oh! I locked up so bad there and shifted to neutral. Really bad for me, especially on the last 2 laps. My tires are absolutely dead. Little bump there. My brakes are getting too hot. That's what's happening here, if I'm correct. Or that's my tire symbol on the bottom right. tap from behind from Billy Gomez. And my tires are dying. They are super bad off. Far off from where they need to be. If I can hold Billy Gomez off for this next lap, that'll be a miracle. In 18th place, or 17th. Yes, but still be a pretty good feat. This is the closest he has been on this corner. I fucked up, went wide. Not gonna let him get that DRS. Well, slipstream.
Okay, final
It's looking
lap.
like
Let's
his
go.
best
Final
stretch
lap.
almost. Ooh. He had the idea of going. Little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. I think that would have been legal, hopefully. But they got me the DRS. This hopefully should secure me if I can keep everything within. Oh, really wide there. Really struggling on that corner with how these tires are. There's the leader finishing, Gabriel Bortoleto, or Gabe. Yeah. While I was talking, I did not shift. Smacked that rev limiter too many times, and now Billy Gomez is a little bit closer than I want. So we just gotta hold him off for 2 more corners. That was a really bad corner for me. So I'm gonna do what I can to keep him out of my slipstream. No way. No way, and we kept him behind just barely. Just barely. If that finish line was right
pick up rubber and
here,
bring it home.
he would have been able to pass me most likely under DRS. What a race. Very unfortunate. Huge comeback for what did happen, and I am absolutely sweating.
Who else but the boy
That
from
was
Brazil?
a really
It's
good
Gabriel
race.
Bortoleto,
I'm pretty
who
happy.
takes the
I'm very
checkered flag.
unhappy, but pretty happy with it at the same time. With the challenges we had, pit stopping one more time
Well,
than
what a
everyone
weekend
else
that has
did.
been. Please
I will
join us
take
next time for another thrilling installment when Formula 2
It just sucked
returns.
because we could have been up here fighting with Gabriel Bortoleto. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Can't change anything. That's how racing is. Let's give a quick highlight reel on this. I pressed the wrong button. This is when I was starting 6th place. I didn't make any positions here, if I'm correct. Lining up with that Red Bull. Oh, that's when we had the crash at the start. That's right. It was my mistake, if I'm correct. Real fast. Here, let me grab my controller. Let me pause this. I want to rewind this. I just want to see where I what I did wrong, because I'm pretty sure I wasn't gonna outbrake myself, and I was gonna hit a car that was cutting across. So, how do I change point of views? I don't know. Here, let me go to my. I have no clue. Yeah, I'm not sure how to, but well, we're gonna have to just try to see from here. So, looking here, I think right right there as the camera was changing. I was gonna brake, but you see I'm way too close to that Red Bull. You see me, if you look, the two, I don't remember that F2 teams. The two yellow cars on the right, number 10, number 9. And then the two cars to the left, or the right of those, but left looking at the picture. The blue car and then the red, or the Williams and then the Red Bull. I'm right behind it in the light blue car. As you can see, I was behind that Red Bull, under braking, and I would have destroyed my wing if I didn't. So I had to move out the way here. And coming in, I'm diving off the racing line. This is looking really bad for me. And then here I'm thinking, okay, I might have a chance. But then the Williams starts turning in. But I'm alongside of him now, from the looks of it. And it's too far gone. He's turned in. There's no coming back from that. So I'm trying to get as much of that track as I can. And bam, we bang. My front tire hits his inner wall. And the only thing that saved me was his rear tire hitting my inner wall. But then the Red Bull hit me from the back of my car, made me go slightly sliding on the rear end, and then we came back from that, making us 2 positions from the start. We started in 6th, ended in 4th, and where those positions were made was we back all the way up. So we did make one off the start, huh? Right here, coming off, we passed the white car behind, the number 17 car if I'm correct. We just got a better launch and managed to overtake him right there. So let's back out of this. Obviously this mess again, something I try to make sure that doesn't repeat again. And I know I was struggling with following other people's braking points. Right here in between a Red Bull and a Rodin. And I heavy braking, went way too wide on the Red Bull. Still clean overtake. Was not illegal. And coming here, smack that cone, track limits pretty much. Pretty good through there. This was the big moment in P2. Wow. That was, like I said, one to haunt me. Coming in P2, looking like it's going good. And the mistake is getting on the gas too early. So following the racing line, absolutely did perfect there. Well, I lied. I apexed right here. I should have apexed a little bit more like right here. And then coming to this, try not to go too wide and trying not to lock up. I end up going wide here, out of bounds. Excuse me. Try moving my mic away, so hopefully that wasn't too loud. But going too wide, and then since I was off the line, I tried putting the gas down, and right there you can see that rear end coming out. And I tried letting off and getting back onto it instead of just letting off fully, and that was the end of it. Slid me entirely, and I didn't correct it in time. See that front right there? I was locking up trying to even get that thing to stop, which that's what I messed up. I should have let off the brakes just a tad to get it turning some. Excuse me. And I let it off there, but too late, and already into the wall, broke that front wing end plate and also part of the main part of the wing. So we had to go to the pits, and then right there, yeah, in a panic trying to get out and fast, another wheel spin. So lap 12, what was happening here? Oh yeah, another big moment. Ended up keeping it on the track this time, thankfully. And here, lap 23, this was trying to get my position back of 18th or 17th it was. We have beautiful racing here.
bumper to bumper. Then I messed up, bumped him a tad bit. Probably would have been technically illegal, and I did think I lifted off, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. Lap 28. Side by side. Real close racing. Real good to see. And these are the last 4 laps where I was just doing my best to keep them behind under any circumstance. Messed up there. Real bad. Hit the cone. And just try to keep them out in my slipstream to the end of the race. Almost side by side. For AP 17. That was rough. But I finished technically behind my teammate. Surprisingly. But, well, that was the first race of the many to come in this series. I'm going to live stream these. These will not be videos that I'm going to post. Most likely I might cut clips out here and there and post them separately. But, overall, I'm going to hopefully keep this up. I will be having a new opportunity job-wise starting up here in a week and a half, and due to that, might cut back on streaming due to it just because of figuring out schedules and working that all out. But next time you guys will see me, hopefully I'll be live streaming here doing the Jeddah 2 race, and this isn't going to be a full set thing. I might not live stream every race. This is absolutely something just for me to get better and improve on. And see where I can take it, and hopefully race with all anti-locking brake assists off from now on, from Formula 2 to Formula 1, and even down into the GT3s, GT4s. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next live.